Hello and welcome to episode 104, entitled Synergy. This is a real buzzword. It has been for the last 10 years or so. Synergy. The idea of incorporating energy with sin. Well, what does that synergy really mean? My name is Gary Vierheller, and I'll be your host for what we call the Substance of Living podcast. Today, we'll look at what we call life's lessons. And I hope this will provide you with some insight, maybe even some inspiration to life's challenges. In the previous two videos, in 102 and 103, I talked about in 102 cooperation and how that's related to collaboration. And then from there, now we come to synergy. Let's look at cooperation. Cooperation is basic professionalism, working together. Collaboration is working together and creating something new. So what's synergy? Synergy is this. Synergy is working together and creating something new based upon each individual's strengths. Let me say that again. Synergy is working together and creating something new based upon each member's strengths. A common example I give for synergy is a basketball team. There's 5 players on a basketball team on the court. One guy's very tall. One person's very tall, and that's the center. There's a playmaker. There's a defense. There's an outside shooter. There's a person that can go inside and shoot. Individually, the team would never be successful, but together they make a powerful team. Let me give you a real life example of synergy. I work at the National Museum of Emerging Science and Innovation, commonly referred to as Mirai-Kan, Mirai being future, Kan meaning container or home. So it's a research science museum, it's home of the future. Only the newest science and technology from Japan. In 2014, at the beginning of 2014, the director of the museum, Dr. Mamoru Mori at that time, applied to be the venue for the Science Center World Summit 2017. And the application was approved. Mori-san, through his awareness, because he was an astronaut, and he really understood collaboration, because lives are in danger in the space program. He flew on the space shuttle twice. So he understood the idea of cooperation and collaboration and synergy. He was bringing a diverse group together. He was bringing science museum leaders in the industry, the best from Asia, from North America, from Central America, from South America, from Africa, from the Middle East, from Europe. He was bringing all of these highly successful, very powerful people together, representatives from every one of the key best science centers and science museums in the world. They met every month, and they had a working group that met every week. Over 4 years, 2014, 15, 16, 17, 2017 in November, that's when the Science Center World Summit happened. Each one of those members of the International Planning Committee and the working group, each one of those members were highly successful people. Each one of those people understood to check your ego at the door. We have a mission to accomplish because of Mori-san's leadership. Each brought their own special perspective and their own specialness in their style of success. What was the result? It was the most successful Science Center World Summit ever. with over 80 countries from around the world being represented. Over 800 participants, 6 continents. The only one that wasn't represented was Antarctica. It was highly successful. Now, the key to a good team, to synergy, is first you have a mission, and second then you select and assemble your team. Too often in businesses, much too often in businesses will create a team and say, okay, now what can we do? That's backward. It's opposite of what it should be. If you have, and this comes from the military, let's say you have a target on top of a mountain. You don't need scuba divers. What you do need are people who have expertise in perhaps mountain climbing, and perhaps expertise in drone flying to gain information. The idea is you have a target. Once you have that target, then you select the team. Once you have the purpose, then you select the team. Once you have an objective, then you select the team. And that will help. Create your team based upon your target. Work together. Work together and create. Work together and create based upon each member's specialty and strength. If you do that, then you'll have synergy. And it's a lot of fun. Thank you. Thank you for joining us today for the Substance of Living podcast. If you'd be kind enough to consider subscribing, you can contact us through Spotify or Apple Podcasts or connect on Twitter. Join us again next time for what I hope will help you navigate life.